that, dubbed the West Bank. All the Jews living in these areas were expelled, or to use the contemporary term, ethnically cleansed.
What? Here. Ah! Ah! Okay, no, I'm done. I'm done. I can't watch this. I can't watch this. I will die. I will perish. I will cease to perish. He said, Nakba never happened. And then he said, it's actually Jews that were ethnically cleansed from the West Bank. Oh my God, dude. I don't know if I want to do this. The PragerU video that chatter sent me, it's been sitting on the docket, and I feel like it's going to kill me if I watch it. A Palestinian, does Israel occupy the West Bank? Dude, PragerU has cut so many videos on this. The Middle East Conflict Part 1, a video marathon. The Middle East Problem from Dennis himself. Why isn't there a Palestinian state? The Middle East Conflict Part 1 Marathon. A Palestinian explains Hamas. Does Israel occupy the West Bank? Wait, which video is this one? The TikTok one. Do we know? The most common one going is a Palestinian explains Hamas.
To my Palestinian brothers and sisters, and to anyone who supports the Palestinian people, I implore you, please do not let Hamas brainwash you into thinking it has achieved anything on our behalf. It hasn't. Not in the Gaza wars of 2021, 2014, 2012, or 2008. Each one,
my Palestinian brothers, put down your arms and die.
One of these pointless conflicts has been...
Yeah, let's keep beheading babies. That's how we fight. Wait, what? I can't tell if you're joking or not.
...a catastrophe.
There ain't no way you're in here fucking being like, PragerU is based, right?
Costing us dearly in lives and treasure. Hamas is us dearly in lives and treasure.
Wow. Dude, this is awesome. Yeah, these pointless conflicts have been a catastrophe. They just keep killing us extra hard. That's cool. Okay.
Hamas is not a social justice movement, and it certainly does not care about the Palestinian people. It is a criminal gang that only cares about increasing its own power. Israel is not the main cause of your suffering.
I was about to be like, where is he going to go with this? Hold on. Hamas is the main cause of your suffering, not Israel? Bitch, who fucking helped prop up Hamas?
Hamas is the main cause. Israel is not your jailer. Hamas is. It was Hamas.
What? Yeah, dude, right now, in 2018, okay, so this video is from 2021. So in 2018, when people inside of the Gaza borders were like peacefully walking to the Israeli border, which by the way, Hamas apparently guards now, it wasn't the IDF snipers that sniped little babies and little children personally. It was actually Hamas. That's right. Hamas had infiltrated the IDF and become border guards for Israel, and they were the ones who were killing the children. Hamas famously also is responsible for the Nakba. Hamas is also famously responsible for the blockade. Hamas is also famously responsible for no desalination plants inside of Gaza. Hamas is also personally responsible for the partitioning of West Bank, even though Hamas is not in the West Bank. Yeah, it was super sick when Hamas was like, let's do the Nakba.
Hamas that led you into this most recent disaster. They told you that the Israelis were evicting innocent Palestinians from their homes in the Sheikh Jarrah area of East Jerusalem.
Wait, what? So who was doing that?
It is a lie. The people living in those homes weren't tenants. They were squatters.
Yo, dude, this guy is awesome. Okay. I mean, this is literally basic. This is super fucking ultra Zionist propaganda. He's just doing an accent. That's the only difference. He's like, I've heard this like 1,000 times over. I guess it hits different when it's like someone who says that they are Palestinian. I guess he is Palestinian. That's it.
They hadn't paid rent for decades. They told you that the Israelis plan to destroy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Palestinians that watch this will definitely go, yeah, no, you're right, actually. I can't believe that. That's why some guy from Long Island should live there instead. I got it. That's so awesome.
Destroy the Al-Aqsa Mosque. This too is a lie. The mosque is still there.
It's just that when you try to pray during Ramadan, or if you want to go to the mosque from Gaza, it's impossible. If you want to go to the mosque from even occupied West Bank, it's still entirely too difficult. And once you finally get to the mosque, they'll beat the shit out of you. Sometimes kill you, but it's still there.
It will be there tomorrow. Say what you want about the Israelis. They are not stupid. They know that if they actually attempt to destroy Al-Aqsa, it would lead to war with every Muslim country. Yes, Hamas.
They will 100 one day. If left to Ben Gvir's control, they would literally bomb it today. They have bombed it with like hand grenades and shit like that. I'm talking like straight up destroy it entirely.
Take actions and thus look strong next to its rival, the corrupt Fatah party. But the only act.
I get it. Oh, the Fatah party is bad too, which, by the way, that is a shared perspective amongst Palestinians, at least now. But he's like, they just happen to not have a single good party there. No one is actually out for your own. No one actually has your best interest at heart. Okay, the corrupt Fatah party is also bad. The Hamas is also bad, and they're lying to you. When you get when you get bludgeoned in the head with an Israeli baton on your way to work, going through the 11th checkpoint, okay, on your way to to get to work on the 11 checkpoints, so you can work for fucking $8 to $10 a day, all right, and a settler scumbag looks at you in the wrong way and spits on you, and you go, what the fuck are you doing? And then you get destroyed by the IDF. Remember, that's just a lie. Hamas made that lie up. Okay, remember, do not believe your eyes, do not believe your ears, do not believe your skin, do not believe the feelings that you have in your heart and your soul. Believe me on YouTube at PragerU.com. Okay, that was a lie that Hamas made up. It was also Hamas. It was not the IDF. It was also Hamas that did that for you. That's great. Okay. And then he says the Fatah is bad too, which, he's probably not going to say it's bad for the reasons that Palestinians think Fatah is bad, but let's see.
The action it takes is to lead us into chaos. Hamas has no ability and, in fact...
Oh, he just said they're bad and moved on. Never mind.
...no desire to govern. The water isn't safe to drink. The power goes out for hours at a time.
Yeah? But that's not Israel's fault? What the fuck?
Raw sewage washes up on your beaches. The Israelis are not responsible for these dismal failures. What? Hamas is. And everybody in Gaza knows.
Yeah, no. This video, no. This video is not made for... Exactly. This video is not made for a single Palestinian person to watch. This video is made for those who are Zionists and supporters of Israel, not even in Israel proper, but literally globally to watch. I don't always agree with Prager University, but nailed it completely, every word. This is coming from a Palestinian human rights activist who started his career criticizing Israel and is now criticizing Palestine. Says a lot about Palestine. My man has a human rights activist career, chat. He's like, I'm a professional grifter. Great content, Pager. When I think the channel exhausts all topics, something new springs up. Thank you for the informative video. More people need to know the truth. You said that Israel wouldn't destroy Al-Aqsa because they are afraid to go to war. The truth is they wouldn't simply because it's a state of religion, the Holy Land, and every religion is accepted and protected there, unlike Hamas that would happily destroy synagogues and churches because they are haram. Awesome video. One thing I wish Mr. Aid had spoken about was the fact that when Israel withdrew, arguably from their own land, says Island Boy, in 2005, they left behind massive hydroponics industry for the people of Gaza to use. So what did the people of Gaza do? Did they take possession of millions of dollars of glass houses and equipment to get the work prospering? No, they destroyed it. All of it, which Israel famously did not destroy when they fucking bombed it and destroyed the water desalination plants, as well as every other fucking... They bomb hospitals. What are we talking about? Wow, this is incredible. No PR value in that, and no way they ever want Israel to look like anything other than a bunch of tyrannical murderers.
It is Hamas that steals the imported cement meant to build houses for you and uses it instead to build a massive network of tunnels.
Yeah, no, that's not true. They literally do not allow concrete into Gaza for this reason. They say they're building a massive network of tunnels, and that is the reason why you can't have concrete.
From which it hopes to terrorize Israelis. It is Hamas that makes sure humanitarian aid meant for you is diverted to its favored elites, who then sell it for a profit.
Yeah, no, famously, so much humanitarian aid is making it into Gaza. Also, like pasta, illegal, made illegal by the occupation.
On the black market. And it is Hamas that uses you as a human shield, stationing rocket launchers and missile arsenals in your apartments, office buildings.
Which is why Israel has no option but to destroy residential buildings. But again, it's Hamas's fault. Everything is Hamas's fault. Dude, did you step on a Lego? Hamas. Okay. Did your school get bombed? Hamas. It was an Israeli bomb, but it was Hamas's fault. Yeah, once again, there is no singular Palestinian person who will watch that and go, yeah, no, I agree with this. This is great. Even Palestinians in diaspora, which there are many of, okay, all around the world due to Hamas, I guess, and not Israel. It's like even they are completely aware of the reality. Like no one would ever look at this video and go, wow, this is a banger. Thank you.
Schools.
This video is made for white people.
And even hospitals.
You are so dumb and insane. You are not living here. You don't know shit. You are not living here. So you're tuning in from Gaza or the West Bank. Hello, I am a Palestinian in West Bank. Please, I am not typing this from Israel, or I am not typing this from Langley, Virginia. I am actually typing this from the West Bank. I am a Palestinian. Where you coming from? I'm from Israel, Mr. Hasanabi, proud guy. Okay, so what happened? Did Hamas cut the electricity in Gaza? Did Hamas take over the fucking leadership of the military to say all the people of Gaza are human animals who do not deserve to have food or electricity? Was it Hamas that bombed the checkpoint, the only way out of... Wait, there is progress before this? Wait, what do you mean? Was it Hamas snipers that sniped in 2018? Almost 50,000 Palestinian protesters, including killing little children, like little babies and shit at the border. There was progress before this. What kind of progress has there been? The only progress, by the way, I love when people in Israel are like, Hasan, you're unfamiliar with this. It's like, bro, I am relying on oftentimes literal Israeli sources of information. Okay? This what you are saying betrays the notion of education. What you're saying betrays the reason for reading books, because you must see it with your own two eyes. You have to see it with your own two eyes. How can you support Hamas? I don't even support Hamas. But this, in and of itself, is ridiculous. This guy is like, hey, guys, it's not Israel that is bombing you right now. It's Hamas that's bombing you. Get the fuck out of here.
Israel uses rockets to defend its people. Hamas uses people to defend its rockets. As for its war strategy, Hamas doesn't have...
If he is living in Israel. They're so progressive, they need to call Palestinians inside Israel Israeli Arabs so they don't feel like living among the terrorists.
One, it fires missiles at the most highly populated regions of Israel with no specific target. Yet, I know from my sources...
Bro, okay, give them better targeting systems, dude. I'm on board with that. I am down to give Palestinians, I already pay for the Iron Dome. I'm down to give the Palestinians the Iron Dome and better missile targeting systems so they can hit military checkpoints instead of indiscriminately firing rockets into random areas. Like, what's up? Yeah, okay. Straight up, let's level the playing field. America loves selling guns. Do it.
In Gaza, that as much as 25% of all rockets launched by Hamas in May 2021 crashed within Gaza.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, their shit sucks. Their tech sucks. Are you making an argument to give them better tech? Because, let's do it. Let's see how that works. Before this statement, you need to understand that the IDF doesn't want to damage the Palestinians. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right, man. Yeah, when the IDF said... Yeah, no, America, when they went into Iraq, they actually were welcomed as liberators because they wanted to bring democracy to Iraq. when the IDF sniper sniped a famous Palestinian American journalist in the neck, even though she had a press vest on and a helmet on, so like the only way that she could be effectively assassinated was her neck. That was actually done not because they just wanted to fucking kill a famous journalist, but just, I don't know really. Why? What does that chatter think? How did that happen? See message. There was no progress. You can only think that there is progress if you're totally so fucking blinded. As a matter of fact, let me tell you something. Your own internal security does not agree with you. Okay? The idea that there was progress in relations with Palestinians is an abject lie. Okay? That's a lie. The treatment of Palestinians in the West Bank under the occupation that is illegal. Okay? Bro, stop. You're going to get canceled. I am from Gaza and you know shit about Israel policies. I like when, listen. I appreciate ingenuity, okay? I appreciate it. When you have Hasbara trolls hitting different lines of attack, I like it. Like, at least it's something that I haven't heard before. Because, like, most of the time, we are the most moral military. Like, we do the most moral genocide. We let you know that genocide is happening when we do it beforehand. Like, ethnic cleansing and ethnic displacement is actually super sick when we tell you that we're going to do it. Like, that part I've heard a million times over.
Places like Jaffa, Abu Ghosh, and Lud.
Yeah, he's literally saying Hamas missiles actually end up fucking killing like Arabs, which is true. That part is true. Again, give them better targeting systems. Okay, got it.
Where Arab Israelis live. Palestinians living in Israel are as likely to be killed as Israelis there.
That's actually a lie. There's a higher likelihood. Why? For example, there are areas where Palestinians living in Israel live inside of that are severely underserved, like where the Bedouins live, okay? Another thing that you don't really hear about from most people that describe the situation on the ground. So, areas where the Bedouins live do not have bomb shelters, okay? They don't, because the Israeli government doesn't give a shit. So oftentimes, the reason why Palestinians living in Israel are as likely to be killed as Israelis themselves, which is a fucking disgusting way to say this, because they are Israelis, you fucking donkey, okay? I thought that they were Arab Israelis. What happened? But look at the distinction that PragerU is making. Despite the fact that Palestinians living in Israel are technically supposed to have all the same liberties and amenities, guess what, dude? They're still a little bit different than Israelis themselves. And they are bullied. They are fucking, they are discriminated against. But also, areas where they live, what the fuck? How are you supporting or justifying Hamas actions in any way? Okay, are you actually justifying Hamas actions? You are coming to that conclusion. If I tell you the exact situation on the ground in Israel and in Palestine, and you go, holy fuck, you're supporting Hamas, you just made that up. You came to that conclusion. You are the one who thinks Hamas's actions must be justifiable. I did not say that. You did. You came to that conclusion. I came in, I'm asking, why? You heard a couple things that I said that is routine practice inside of Israel, and you immediately went, so are you justifying Hamas? You made that assumption. Why? Did it, for a brief moment, make you feel like it was justifiable, what Hamas is doing? Is that why?
Themselves. Hamas couldn't care less. And what was gained? Palestinians living in these 4 buildings in Sheikh Jarrah will still eventually be evicted. A fact that has been known to those...
Bro, he's really saying like, no, they're gonna continue doing ethnic cleansing and ethnic displacement in Sheikh Jarrah, and everybody knows that, but it's still Hamas's fault that that's happening. Hey, dumbass, these fucking takes do not align with, once again, Shin Bet's own opinion on the matter. That's great. Good script. Hasan, stop praising China. I'm from China, and you know shit about China. Thank you for saying I know shit about China. Here, let's do does Israel occupy the West Bank?
How many times have you heard that Israel occupies the West Bank? Probably more times than you can count. But have you ever asked yourself whether it's true, or even what it means? Let's do so now in the most objective way possible. That is, in the way that all territorial questions everywhere else in the world are resolved. To do this, we must look at the law. But first, we need a little history.
Bro, what's going on? Does he need to do a poopy? What's going on? He's coming across like he's got a dookie that he's holding in.
Until 100 years ago, the areas now called Israel, the West Bank, Gaza, and all the countries around them were part of the Ottoman Empire.
True. Okay, based.
Which ruled over a vast area and many peoples.
And fucking everyone there were perfectly happy and lived happily ever after, right? That's what you're going to say? Got it. Okay, cool.
Neither the Jews nor those Arabs we now call Palestinians had a state, though the Jews had a nationalist movement calling for one. Everything changed after World War I. The Ottomans fought on the losing side with Germany. By the end of the war in 1918, their empire had disintegrated, leaving the British and French in control of much of its territory. In earlier times, the victors would likely have kept this land as colonies for themselves, but there was a new spirit of democracy in the air. The Allies, including the British, French, and Americans, agreed.
They were just super democratic, dude. They democratically did the Nakba. They democratically, ethnically cleansed the land, rid the land of people that used to live there.
That the former Ottoman...
Yeah, they were doing democratic rapes in villages. Wait, hold on. They did give a pamphlet beforehand, warning everybody that lives there that they need to get the fuck out.
Lands should be allowed to become independent nation-states. After the war, the nations of the world created the League of Nations, a precursor to the United Nations. Meeting in San Remo, Italy in 1920,
he just blew past, there are no Arab Jews. Dude, he's doing maximalist Israeli racism.
They set up what was known as the Mandate System. The colonies of the defeated powers, Germany and the Ottoman Empire, were converted into distinct geopolitical entities, which became the countries now known as Iraq, Lebanon, Syria, and Jordan. None of this is controversial. There was one other mandate issued. The Mandate for Palestine. Now, Palestine was merely a geographic label, the name the Romans gave the Jewish kingdom of Judea after they conquered it. There was nothing exclusively Arab about it. The Mandate provided that Palestine...
They just happened to live there, you know? There was nothing Arab about it. I loved it. I love that he says 2,000 years ago, Jews lived there, but also, like, you know, pre-1948, Arabs lived there, but it's not their land. That's crazy. Okay? How? What level are you on? This is such a funny way to look at situations. It's literally the classic, you know how right-wing Republicans will say like, I bet you didn't know that the Republican Party defeated the Confederates. I'm like, okay, so why are you wearing the Confederate flag t-shirt right now? You vote Republican and you got the stars and bars on you. What's happening? You got the, like, what do you mean? Like, you're literally wearing the Confederate flag. It just doesn't have to make any logical sense whatsoever. It's just, yes, Jewish people lived there 2,000 years ago, okay? And that's valid and important. But, you know, maybe go back 75 years ago, who lived there, nobody knows.
Palestine would become a national home for the Jewish people. There was a simple reason for this. The League recognized that Jews were the indigenous people of the area.
That's bullshit too. Theodore Herzl and other formative founding fathers of Israel, other formative Zionists, have openly stated, as we looked at the other day, openly stated that this was a colonizing, this was an ideology of the colonizer, and that the Palestinian people were referred to as the natives of that land that would not leave on their own volition. Palestinians being descendants of Arab invaders who didn't live in the land 2,000 years ago is a Zionist talking point, and it isn't even true. No, I know. That's why it's like Felix always makes jokes about Bibi Netanyahu finding fucking coins and shit to be like, this was my paternal familial coin that I found 2,000 years ago. This archaeological finding proves that I actually am not like from Hungary, and instead or from Pennsylvania, and instead I actually have been living here permanently. It's literally, it's this Joseph Smith shit, basically. Things would have been anti-Semitism. Suck my dick, dude. Shut up, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, no, totally, you're right. There's anti-Semitism. Yeah, myth-making of that sort to justify my apartheid state. Do not call that out. That's anti-Semitism. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, even if it was true, it's still a ridiculous take, okay? Even if it was true that this is like supposed to be this land that was supposed to be a land specifically left for Jewish people, it's ridiculous to like continue the maintenance of an apartheid state. And that justification, if we're going back long enough in time, like, give me fucking Palestine, okay? You know, it's the Ottoman Empire. Suck my dick. Give it back to the Ottoman Empire. It's not yours. Think he's saying that because of the Jew with a coin anecdote? No, that is a real thing that Bibi Netanyahu has done. And not like, Jewish people, money, coin type shit. That is like actually a thing.
All the mandatory territories in the Middle East transitioned to statehood in the 1930s and 40s, with Israel the last to do so, declaring independence in May 1948. Now we get to the legal stuff. What were the borders of the State of Israel when it declared independence? International law has a simple and universally applicable rule for determining borders of new countries. It's called the Uti Possidetis Juris principle. Lawyers love Latin phrases. The rule provides that when a new country is created, its borders match the borders of the previous geopolitical entity in that territory. For example, the borders of Ukraine, Latvia, and Azerbaijan are exactly what they were when they were parts of the Soviet Union.
Wait, so you cannot be serious. Is my man literally saying that historic Palestine in its entirety belongs to Israel and not historic Palestinians? Okay.
Union. Other considerations, such as demographics.
From that perspective, it's just like, he just basically said, sorry, the British gave it to us, so technically it's ours. Okay, well, they also claim Jordan too. Yeah, give it to the Palestinians then. Okay, got it.
Are not taken into account, because without a simple, easily applied rule, a new country's borders would never be settled. A recipe for permanent conflict.
Okay, bro.
Applying this rule to Israel means that it had sovereign claims to all of Jerusalem, Judea and Samaria.
It's fucking mind-boggling. This is insane. It's ahistorical. I don't know how to fucking, like, I don't even know how to counter it. He literally is just lying. He just said, no, the entirety of historic Palestine is ours. It's almost here. No, he's right. Palestinians can argue with international law all the time. It was the law. First of all, international law is 100% on the side of Palestinians. It's just that nobody wants to fucking legislate it adequately. That's bullshit. That's exactly what they're saying. If you considered having a state that declares people that already live there to be second-class citizens, that might be a recipe for constant conflict. Yeah, he's making an advocacy for genocide, for the record. It's crazy. It's like trying to evict and steal the home of a dude from Ethiopia because all humans evolved in East Africa 200,000 years ago. Like what the Romans did 2,000 years ago was beyond fucked up. At some point, you're not native to the land anymore. Maybe Arabs living there continuously for 1,300 years are, lol. Exactly. He literally is brushing past multiple generations, 50 fucking generations of history, and saying that, no, the actual historic Palestine borders are correct, which is what the Palestinians say, okay? But then saying it's actually Israel's, though. That's fucking psychotic. And also, international history doesn't agree. International law doesn't agree with him. That's why there are areas specifically designated for Palestinian people that, of course, he doesn't even abide by, I guess. International standards don't mean anything. But after all, why would it mean anything as long as America is the big dick daddy in the room that can just turn around and fucking say, no, we're going to veto everything you ever say. There is no mechanism to enforce that. All you can do at the end of the day is go, Israel, don't do genocide, please. And then Israelis can fucking cry about it and be like, oh God, it's so anti-Semitic that the same governing body that has no fucking power that gave us this fucking land is now also calling us anti-Semitic for further taking more land and doing active genocide. It's crazy.
Because those were its borders according to the Mandate of Palestine. To be sure, the United Nations proposed a resolution in 1947 with different borders and a much smaller area for a Jewish state. But that resolution was a non-binding recommendation, nothing more. It did not have the force of law.
I love that. I love that some rules are more rules than others. He's like some of these legal justifications that absolutely zero people would abide by, I recognize as real rules, and other fucking rules are just simply suggestions. It's literally giving not Geneva Conventions, Geneva Suggestions. That's what he's saying.
We know what happened next. Upon declaring independence, Israel was immediately invaded by 5 Arab armies seeking to destroy it. Israel survived, but Jordan managed to seize parts of Jerusalem, as well as Judea and Samaria, which it dubbed the West Bank.
Oh my God.
All the Jews living in
Wow. It's weird that they dubbed that the West Bank. Wait, hold on. What did this map say real quick? Because it sure does seem like this was a forcible recognition of the 1947 UN partition. I don't know. It just looks exactly like the same on the fucking map. Why is he saying that?
dubbed the West Bank. All the Jews living in these areas were expelled, or to use the contemporary term, ethnically cleansed.
What?
Here,
Okay, no, I'm done. I can't watch this. I will die. I will perish. I will cease to perish. He said Nakba never happened. And then he said it's actually Jews that were ethnically cleansed from the West Bank. Oh my fucking God, dude. If there is a God, you should be struck down immediately. Oh my fucking God. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, wow. What the fuck? What the fuck? That guy's a professor. Bro, that he's saying the Palestinians are ethnically cleansing Jews from historic Israeli land.